The U.S. Senate voted last week to approve changes to the current laws that could pave the way to closing the military prison at Guantanamo Bay 12 years after it opened in the aftermath of 9/11. Well, new provisions in a defense authorization bill will allow for transfers of Gitmo detainees to U.S. soil for detention and trial. But the Republican-controlled House still has to get on board for the changes to take place. 164 people are still being detained at the prison, even though a majority of them, 84, have already been cleared for transfer. Most of the detainees have never been charged with a crime. And now a Grammy Award-winning artist is lending her voice to pressure Congress to close down Guantanamo for good. Jazz artist Esperanza Spalding was inspired by the words of Martin Luther King to write a song and create this video about what she believes is an injustice carried out in America's name.
You gotta ask the question, what does in the name of freedom mean? I'm America, and my America, it don't stand for this. We are America, in our America, we take a stand for this.
And joining us now, Esperanza, live from Portland, Oregon. It's so great to have you on with us. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You know, I've read several pieces on the song, and one of the things that stood out most to me, you said you have an issue with people calling it a protest song, that it doesn't fit the description of your passion and why you wanted this song to come to life. Tell me a little bit about the process and how you got here.
Well, like a lot of people, I realized I was really getting more and more troubled by the ongoing reality of indefinite detention without charge or trial. And I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, and my band members actually came to me and said, can we do something about this? And we settled on the idea of a song, and then eventually that evolved into a video, and we found so much support from our friends and human rights organizations and family, and the thing just kept growing to become the project that you see today. And I say it's not a protest because really it's an invitation for us to get engaged with our democratic process. And I'm not trying to put pressure on Congress. I'm trying to help create a platform for more of the American public to voice the genuine concern that I think most of us have about the ongoing existence of Guantanamo Bay Detention Center.
But part of the effort in the video as well is you've encouraged people to contact their members of Congress. So in a sense, when you're calling them and putting them on the line, that is meant to put pressure, and many would say rightfully so.
Yeah, I guess pressure is the word that troubles me, because I know it's no easy task to be in the job that our representatives and senators have. So I don't like to use the word pressure. It's more voicing what we want as a people, right? It's a representative democracy. So I've heard so many times my friends and neighbors and colleagues say, like, oh God, I know it's so wrong. We got to do something about it. And we hadn't taken that next step of then translating that concern to our representative, be it our senator or our representative. So this is an invitation to say, okay, take that concern, take that pain and that worry, and voice it so that our message is getting through to the decision makers.
Some of the people in the video, Harry Belafonte, Stevie Wonder, Janelle Monáe, when you made the call to them, I can't imagine a single one of those names saying that they would not be on board happily.
Well, yeah, happily, meaning it's important to us, and it's time, and you know, it's such a gift and a joy to be engaged in the process, in our democratic process, and I think maybe we forget that we each really can do something. You know, it seems like such a overwhelming issue, and any overwhelming issue gets solved by slow, continual, person-by-person action. So that's the invitation, and I think it's an ongoing project with more and more guests and friends lending their cameos, and all the people who've come back with a really positive response. It's exciting to be a part of something to create more justice in the world, right? And that's really what this project is all about. We saying, as Americans, we are not advocating, we can't put our name on indefinite detention without a charge. I mean, can you imagine being thrown somewhere without being charged for 11 years?
And we know
a
that
lot
7 of the nearly 800 men who've passed through Guantanamo have been convicted and sentenced. 7 out of 800. Those are staggering numbers. But lastly, I've got to ask you about the tone of the song. It is not a somber song. It is not a slow song. It has this incredible funky beat and also a sense of power. I mean, you close your eyes and just listen to the music alone, and you feel the power that you are conveying behind this message of yours.
Yeah. Well, we're powerful individuals. You know, each of us have a lot of power in us to contribute to positive transformation of the world we live in. And it's a celebration of that. It's a celebration that we don't have to just sit here and let unpleasant things happen under our nose. We can celebrate this freedom and power that we have to make a difference.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. I know you're incredibly busy. Your fans want to hear every bit of music that comes from your mind and your heart. And it's a pleasure to speak with you. Congratulations on all the success.
It's a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.